Yeah, I got more than what you're asking for. Give me the key and let me in the door. I'm trying to unleash me, you need to let me go. So I can handle my wish. I'm from the...
Welcome back to ASAP Bar Talk. Today we have Marcus Mann. I want to thank you for your time, brother, and finally coming through and seeing me, man.
Man, good to see you.
We appreciate you, man. I know you got a busy schedule, but I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us, man. You know what I mean? For those that don't know, I want to take it back to Carthage, Mississippi, man. Jones Chapel, man, that dirt road. We're going to start out from the beginning and go from there, man.
I got you, man.
How was it like, bro?
Man, growing up in Jones Chapel, man, it was, as you said, a dirt road and a dead end. Mm-hmm. One way in, one way out. But grew up there. My mom and I initially lived with my grandparents. Mm-hmm. So my work ethics came from my granddad, Colin Mann. Yeah. We couldn't lay in the bed, especially when school was out, because we had to work in the garden. And as I shared last Sunday at church, we had to go feed hogs. And so it was never us have the opportunity to just lounge like these kids does now.
Oh, man.
But we had to go work, man, and it was like sometime, man, we get up 5 in the morning, going to work in the garden, which most kids don't get out of bed till after 12. But started there, man, in Jones Chapel and started playing basketball with all my cousins. It's 19 grandkids. I'm number 8 in the bunch, so we all started playing basketball against each other, and I'm sure you can attest to this. Playing basketball with your kinfolks, it'll get tight sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And you get real physical, but that's what all started, man. Just playing basketball with my cousins, and man, mom was a basketball player.
Oh yeah.
So that's my first coach.
Good stuff.
And so I would get a basketball goal for Christmas every year. Because the cousins was taller than me. Yeah. Would hang on the rim, tear it down. But that's where the basketball journey started in Jones Chapel, down to that road.
That's how it's supposed to be, baby. That's how we do. Like I want to ask you, though, you know what I mean, without jumping too far out, when you have a stellar athlete, you know what I mean, somebody that just outshines people, it might have took you a minute, because I remember you saying that you didn't hit that growth spurt till later. But tell me about when you realized you were him. You know what him is, don't you? Like, okay, I'm going to go get these 30. I'm going to get this 28. I'm going to get these 19 rebounds. When did you realize you were different, though?
Man, it kind of kicked in like around 6th grade.
6th grade.
Coach Alfonso Morgan, Coach Al Morgan, whatever we call him. And man, he was like, you got potential to play. He's like, you just need to work at it. And so from my 6th grade to 7th grade year, I started working, and of course started my 7th grade year, started my 8th grade year, and I was like, I might could do something with this. Yeah. So I just, during the summer, I would be out there working on my own. I'd be by myself. We didn't have access to a gym, right? And so I would run miles to the highway and back, down the dirt road and back, and I just started working on my individual skills, and I realized, hey, this might could take me somewhere.
Yeah, that's probably your best training, though. You know what I mean? Back in our day, man, we used to shoot with a bicycle rim nailed to the tree. You know what I mean? You blessed if you got that piece of wood on the backboard, for your backboard. You know what I'm saying? But I remember, like, this ASAP Bar Talk is to salute our legends. You know what I mean? And I remember the first time I saw you, bro, you was with the tough guys. You was on first base. And I'm like, this brother Taro, man, who is this guy, man? And then Marvin Darby, he over the tough guy. Like I don't think people understand the magnitude and the love that we had for baseball, and how, man, I think we could shoot a movie about those days, man.
Oh, most definitely.
Like tell me about the tough guy situation, man.
Oh, man, listen,
just give me something.
I had no desire to play baseball.
Really?
And then I started hanging with Gresham Fortunes and my cousin Kevin, man. They all playing baseball. And so I'm like, man, I could do this. Yeah. And, man, he put me on first base. And I'm thinking I'm going in the outfield or whatever. But he put me on first base. But you know what? That's where that mentality come from, was when when Marvin would say that tough guy, that anthem, man, and he made you think, hey, I'm the toughest guy out here on the field. And man, that stuff kind of stuck with me, and so I kind of used it to go from the baseball field to the basketball court.
Yeah, but y'all, it really did project that he was kind of y'all personality. You know what I mean? I remember like New Shoes had their little chants like rally, the pitcher named Sally. All y'all had to say was tough guy. To this day, that still rings in my head about him. You know what I mean? And I know we're gonna bounce around and everything, but like we talking about just growing up in South Leak also. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think people will understand like how awesome that was a time. We didn't skip school. You know, we actually enjoyed school back then. You know what I mean? And like I said, we're gonna bounce around a little bit, but how do you feel about them closing South Leak and renaming it to Lee County, and then, you know what I mean? Like, they actually talking about one school now. You know what I mean? The same gym you made your mark in. Does it really matter to you? How do you feel?
Man, it's like they washing away a dynasty.
Yeah, man.
I mean, and even before me, you go back to the Philip Slaughter, and you go back to the Angelo Riley, you go back to Kevin Kennedy, you go back to all those guys, Teddy Blussaw.
Yeah.
You go back to all of those players, and then not to mention, not mention the girls team who were phenomenal.
Yes, sir.
And it's like in Lee County, in that area where we grew up, we would raise athletes.
Yeah.
And it was like whoever went in the game, I mean, you didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Because you were getting a good player.
Right.
And so it's like with them closing South League and then renaming it Lee County, and then now they consolidate. It's like they washed away a dynasty. However, when you walk into the gym, whether it's Lee County, Lee Central, or who's who,
that's right,
you're going to see a case of trophies.
That's right.
As you walk in.
That's
and
right.
then as you get into the gym, you still see the pictures and the name of all former athletes. So it's still a piece of history still there. But to get away from what really laid the foundation in that area, man, I don't think they'll ever forget South League.
Nah, they won't, man.
They'll never forget.
They can't
South
really. You know what I mean?
But I think it'll be etched in history. But with new measures comes new stuff. So.
That's how I feel. I think the first, like I know that people are trying to keep League Central open, but I think the first problem was when they changed our mascot and our color. That hurt my heart. You know what I mean? So now it might be a little easier to do, but I just wish if they gonna do it, rip the Band-Aid off. If we ain't got no choice, just gonna get it over with. That's how I feel. But it started with me when they changed the colors and the mascot. I was already a little done.
Bro, I was
man.
like, what is a gator? How did they come up with gator?
No, man, we ain't got that many gators around here. You know,
Do we have in at all?
They not enough to change our mascot.
Man, to change the mascot and the school colors, man, that was kind of stab in the heart.
Yeah, that's how I felt, man.
Because we always known. I mean, let me just put it like this: it wasn't long ago. It was either in Walmart or somewhere.
Yeah.
And guy walked up and he was like, South League. And, I smiled.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, when South League played, everybody came. And he was like, man, I can still hear y'all chat. Must be a Wildcat.
What?
And I started smiling.
Yeah.
And man, it triggered so many memories of how it was. It was fun playing.
Yes, it was.
And man, I never forget. It's a guy named he's passed on, Mr. N.L. Carson. He would come watch us play. I don't care who. He's a card. His kids went to Carthage.
Yeah.
But he would come to South League and watch us play. There's a lady gone by the name of Lola Jones. Her sons were playing high school ball.
Yeah.
She graduated from Murphy, which became South League.
Yeah.
She didn't go to her son's game. She was like, I got to go see them Wildcats play. And then, man, to have that legacy in small Walnut Grove.
Yeah.
To be known in this state of Mississippi.
Yeah.
As state champions, man, it's phenomenal. So
amazing.
it hurts, But like I said, we'll forever be etched in history.
That's right, man. I still remember wine, women, and neck bones.
Boy, you went all the way back.
That's all right with me.
Man, you went all the way.
You know what I'm saying? I still hear the cliques. I mean the Jordans and the shoes. Not Jordans, not back then, but we had
the All Stars.
That's what I was trying to say. Squeaking against the floor. And for all y'all cheerleaders, South League had the best ones. Miss Crosby rocked that thing. You better believe that, baby.
No other squad in Leake County could beat South League high school cheerleaders. I don't care where you were from.
You better
Thomastown,
understand it.
Carthage, Edinburgh, it don't matter.
You better understand it, man. Like, I remember so many games, man. That game, I think you hit a game-winning 3 against Philadelphia against the McAfee guy, man. Dog, that dude was a true athlete, man. Standing ovation, standing room only, whatever. You can't predict, you can't film that again. You know what I mean? It was just awesome, man. An awesome time to be involved, man. And you was a big part of that, man. Real talk, man. I mean, like, you know, out of all the battles that you've been through, is there anybody that you still contact, or or you just walk by him in Walmart and be like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Man, especially the guys from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Vander Hopkins, Hobson. We actually fraternity brothers, KSI.
There it is.
And we have much respect for each other. Mark Stribling, good guy, played at Bay Spring. Remember how we used to play Bay Spring all the time? Ron Norman.
Yeah.
Ron actually came and spoke at a program we had on my behalf. So I still see those guys.
Yeah.
And we stay in touch. Of course, social media help us stay in touch.
Yeah.
But man, it's much love and respect for those guys, as well as, you know, they give it to us from South League. That's
right, man. Who recruited you out of high school, man?
Oh my God, man. You pulling something now, man.
Well, let's do it like this then.
I got you.
I got you.
Out of high school, man, every SEC school recruited me. Mm-hmm. Every HBCU school you can think of.
Yeah.
I got recruiting letter from UCLA, Cincinnati, your Wake Forest. Mm-hmm. Actually, Wake Forest came to South League High School to watch me work out.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, now that's wild. Where Wake Forest? I don't even know. I just see him on TV. You a bad man. You pull Wake Forest, bro.
Man, the coaching staff came in and watched me out, and it was only me. Oh, yeah. They came in and worked out. I was blessed to have offers everywhere.
And I think you chose Mississippi State first, right?
Mississippi State out of high school.
So talk about that, because you were never the week now. What happened, man? Somebody done did something to your breakfast or something. What they do, man?
Man, I went there because coming from Walnut Grove, small area, everybody in your ear. You know, this way you ought to go, this way you ought to go, this way. And man, it was a whole lot of pressure for me. Mm-hmm. I'm 17, 18-year-old kid, man. Yeah. And I'm like, where do I go? Yeah. I mean, I got a trunk full of letters and offers, and it got to the point one time where we turned the ring off on the phone, and they was calling every day. I mean, 9 o'clock at night. Come on, man, give me some space.
Yeah.
And man, it just got so to where I just felt like I got to make a decision, and I chose to go to Mississippi State, and I got there a week, man, and I realized this ain't it.
It ain't it.
And of course, when I made that decision, man, they talked about me bad, man. Yeah. They laid me out there, man, because they was like, you didn't give it enough time.
Yeah, a week kind of quick now.
I know, but when you as an athlete and as a person, when you know that ain't it, you make moves. Yeah. And so I called Coach Kirby, who was the assistant coach at the time. I said, man, I'm out. And he came up to the dorm, and of course he talked to me. And that was actually, Mississippi State was actually the very first school I got a letter from.
Really?
Coach John Brady. I love that dude.
Oh.
And you know, did great things at LSU, but and we stay in touch. But that was my first letter from Mississippi State, was from Coach John Brady.
Yeah.
And so I made my decision. Marlon Dorsey, who's one of the other top players in the state, he and I were roommates.
Okay.
And he was coming in that Sunday, and I'm packing up leaving. He like, Mark, where you going? I said, dog, I'm out.
Yeah.
And he was like, hold up, man, let's talk about this. I said, I'm out. And in the long run, he and Vandell Thomas ended up leaving Mississippi State too.
Oh, man.
Marlon went to Oklahoma State, and Vandell went to Southern Baton Rouge.
Okay. Well, one thing about you, just doing my little journalism and research, you move at a different path and a different pace than anybody anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I mean? If they don't know you, they don't, you know what I mean? Understand that anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, just to, I just want to, I know a person that I think of when it comes to you because of the size, and y'all matched up well throughout the years, Othello Harrington. So I kind of compare you to him to a certain degree. And I looked at the numbers. Y'all played in college, you know what I mean? You ended up at Mississippi Valley, right? So before I go into the numbers and the NCAA, like, why did you land on Mississippi Valley State?
Well, let me pull back just a second.
Go ahead.
Because after I left Mississippi State, I went to East Central.
Bam.
I went to East Central,
Good
and
stuff.
of course, at South League won the championship.
Uh-huh.
So went to East Central
Yeah.
as a freshman. It had been 40 years since they won a state championship. We won a championship there, and they wanted me to leave after my freshman year.
And
These schools
they
kept
just
coming
coming
back,
to get you, yeah.
and and it was more offers, and they wanted me to leave, and I was like, I don't know. So I'm at decision making time again, and so I was like, let me just squash the pressure and stay my second year.
Yeah, you did
so
the right
I
thing.
stayed at East Central my second year, all American, all state, all region, all of that, and it was time to make a decision on my next 2 years, and me and my grandpa, I love that dude. He
Yeah.
was sitting on the front porch, and he was like, where you going to school? He folded his arm. He like, where you going to school, boy? And I was like, Grandpa, I have no idea. I said, man, I got offers everywhere. And I said, it's even causing me like to lose sleep at night because I'm trying to figure out
It's a
where I
big
want to go.
decision. Yeah.
And Grandpa was a diehard Lafayette Stribling fan. Let me just say that.
Uh-huh.
And so Grandpa was like, have you thought about our black schools? And I said, Grandpa, I kind of sort of. I said, but I didn't put a whole lot of thought in it. And he hit me with the remark that I needed to make my decision. And he was like, well, I'm not going to tell you where to go. He said, but our black school need talent too.
That's right.
It locked me in, man.
Salute, Grandpa.
Yeah, it locked me in.
That's
and
what
so
I'm talking about.
I didn't want to go to Jackson State. That's all the Tiger fans.
Oh, yeah.
And didn't want to go to Alcorn. But I called Coach Strib. I said, hey, man, I said, I'm coming.
Yeah.
And so he sent Rodex, his brother,
Yes, sir. Roll.
down to the school, South League. And
You signed with Rodex.
he was standing there.
Okay.
And me and Michael Caples
Yep.
signed that day to go to Mississippi Valley, and man, did we catch it! Because at that particular time, they was talking about closing Valley,
Right.
and so it was a lot of coaches like, "Why in the world you go to a school and they talking about closing it?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Hey man, this ordained, this God
sir.
ordained right
That's
here."
right.
And so I made the decision, go to Mississippi Valley, and man, that was the best thing I could have ever done.
Man, that's what's up. Yeah, man. And shout out to Cape, too, man. It's a bad boy, man. It's a bad boy, man.
And let me plug it. A lot of kids, they downgrade HBCU schools,
Right.
and they think, okay, well, I got to go to the Duke and the North Carolina. I'm a living witness. You
Yeah.
can go to a HBCU school, and you can make it to the top.
That's right.
It's all about how much work you willing to put in.
Yeah.
True enough, we don't have what other schools have, but you make it work.
That's right. They say if you play, they'll come find
Man,
you.
what?
And that's what one thing that Prime did that was so awesome. He shined the light on it, and they saw the talent is here, and it just, you know what I mean? It's just awesome, man. Big ups, man. I appreciate you for that decision, man.
Yes,
for
sir.
sure, man. And I just want to say some accolades of yours. Like, this brother here was first team All-American, first team All-State, state championship at East Central. I want to let you know every place this man went, they got better and got jewelry on top of it. You know what I mean? Selected in the draft in 1996. In 96, he also won the SWAC championship. SWAC Hall of Fame in 2021. So I want y'all to know who's sitting next to me right now. You know what I'm saying? And so next I want to get into the Mississippi Valley side of things. How did you and Mr. Lafayette Stribling, like, how did that work? How did you know what I mean? Tell me about that.
Bro, you gonna laugh when I tell you this.
Yeah.
The first day of official practice, man, I'm in the hospital,
For what?
dehydrated.
What, you there working out too much?
Bro, he ran the sweat out of us.
Okay.
And man, I'm cramping, my face cramping, my hands, arm. Man, I didn't have nothing left.
They said he was like that, though.
Bro,
Man.
when I got to the hospital, I had to get 2 bags of fluid. I
First
had
day.
nothing. And you know he had the light voice.
Yeah.
And I actually said this at his funeral.
Yeah.
He was like, Marcus, you gotta drink water. And I'm like, I was drinking water. I'm like, man, you ran it up out of it. But man, that very first day of practice, I knew we were destined for greatness because we had a coach that demanded it out of us.
Yes, sir.
And when we hit the court, practice,
Yeah.
and he had a variety of words, and he was one of the things when it was time for us to practice. Don't come out on this court lackadaisical.
There it
And he
is.
could never say it right.
Lackadaisical.
But man, he demanded that out of us.
Yeah.
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day.
Yeah.
And he didn't take a day off.
Mm-hmm.
And man, we kind of just of course you get it. I'm from the hometown. He from the hometown.
Yeah.
So a lot of people sometimes on the outside looking in, he showing me favoritism.
Yeah.
But I work my butt off.
I mean, the
for it, man.
stats, you know what I mean?
I work my butt off, man.
Led the nation in rebounds.
Bro.
Come on now.
I'm gonna share this story with you that nobody ever heard.
Go ahead.
We was leading Alcorn by 24 points at the half.
Mm-hmm.
Alcorn ends up winning the game.
Mm.
Okay, we go to Southern after we left Alcorn. We leading Alcorn Southern 22 at the half. We lose the game. Strib said, we got to have a meeting. We're in the locker room at Southern. And Strib was like, we got to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Because this is not right. You up 22-24 at the half.
That's right.
And you lose. Mm-hmm. And there's no team better than you.
No team.
And, man, we get in the locker room. We in there about, man, at least 2 hours. Mm-hmm. And it kind of starts surfacing then was you had a couple guys saying, well, you don't get on Marcus like you get on us. Strib said, okay, I'll take that. He said, give me the stats. Marcus Mann, 25 points. Marcus Mann, 18 rebounds. And you said you want me to get on Marcus? What am I getting on him about?
That's true. Numbers don't lie.
And man, and Coach Wardell, who was assistant coach and frat brother too, he's standing there in my ear. Marcus, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Just be quiet. Just chill. And I was like, Coach, I got it, man. And I told them, I was like, look, I don't have to score 1 point. I said, but I don't like to lose.
Right.
And I said, I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna give 110% every time I hit the court. Man, that was time after the game. I was so exhausted, I couldn't even eat. Mm-hmm. I'm just drinking Gatorade and drinking water, just pumping. I didn't want any food, and but you know, I began to understand too, guys that's not used to winning.
Right.
That's the road they take. Mm-hmm. But I was gonna win.
Oh yeah.
By any means necessary.
That's right. That's true. Now, you had all 4 years at Mississippi Valley now.
2 years.
That's what I meant, the 2 years, right? So, 1996, tell us about meeting Allen Iverson and the Georgetown Hoyas. Now, this is what I wanted to talk about because Othello, you guarded Othello. Y'all done played. Y'all was pretty much head to head, right?
Yeah.
And I gotta look at y'all numbers. Othello Harrington, 15 points, 8 rebounds. Marcus Mann, 26 points, 8 rebounds. You know what I mean? Like, how was that game? Because it was so big just watching it. You know what I mean? Because AI, come on, man. Like, AI still AI. You know what I mean? Like, and just tell me about that, man. Because you was on the big stage coming from.
Itabena.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Man, it was a blessing. We in the same hotel with your North Carolinas and all the other teams, and man, it got to you go and you practice, and so you in the arena, you got people
Yeah.
in there watching you practice,
Yeah.
and so it was like my prayer was that we make it to the big stage. And I've always had the mentality, when I play, I want to play to the best of my ability. And so they brought up the matchup between myself and Othello Arrington. And we actually played against each other in the All-Star game in high school, the North and South. Yeah. And so when it was time to play, and we out there on the court, and we dapping it up every day. Othello hit my hand like that. I said, "Oh, this is what we doing today."
Yeah.
And so a lot of people don't know it, but that game, I hit the first basket of that game. I scored the very first 2 points of that game. And we were doing well until, man, Coach Thompson looked at AI and said, "Let's end this." When he did that, man, Allen Iverson took over the game.
Yeah.
I mean, completely took over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, ain't nobody gonna stop this dude.
Yeah.
I mean, took over completely.
Man, I remember that game, man. Yeah. Now, with that being said, you were on national stage, like you were drafted by Golden State. Now, the day before the season starts, and you decide to say, "Okay, this ain't for me." How hard was the decision? And just tell me your mind state at that point, man.
Let me get us there.
Okay.
When I graduated from Valley, I was SWAC Player of the Year
Player
at
of the Year.
Valley,
Yeah.
and so I got well, not offers, but I got opportunities to go and invited to different camps and what have you. And so my first camp was Smorpeth, Virginia.
Portsmouth,
yeah, Virginia.
Yeah.
And I did well. I did exceptionally well. And so it was like I moved through the ranks, and I was invited to the NBA draft in Chicago, the NBA draft camp in Chicago. So you got all your teams there.
Yeah.
And here I am from lonely Mississippi Valley.
Yeah.
You got all your top players out there, Ray Allen and Marcus Camby.
Man, that 96 draft was
You
crazy.
got all those guys out there.
Kobe.
And man, I'm thinking, man, am I gonna match up? This is me. I'm thinking, am I gonna match up? And man, I had an exceptional showing in that game.
I remember that.
So I ended up after that getting calls from Portland Trailblazers, come work out for them. Houston Rockets, come work out for them. Philadelphia 76ers, come work out for them. So I'm thinking, okay, if I get drafted, it's gonna be one of these three teams. And so the draft night comes, and they calling all the names, and I'm just walking back and forth in and out of the house. Everybody's at our house. It was like the whole Jones Chapel community was at our house. Cars parked completely up the road.
Yeah.
And so it comes the guy comes up, he said, Golden State Warriors, the 40th pick selects Marcus Mann, Mississippi Valley. Man, it went crazy in the house. And everybody's calling, you didn't have cell phone then.
Right.
And so everybody calling the house phone. They're just going off. Everybody screaming.
Yeah.
And Golden State calls. And they was like, congratulations on being drafted. And we going through some little detail, minor details and what have you. And he was like, "We want to bring you out before the team comes, and we just want to visit with you."
Yeah.
And me all along, I'm knowing, okay, they really want to work me out.
Right.
I'm cool. So I go out to Golden State. They want to work me out, what have you. And so I'm there, with the coaches and everything. And so I'm feeling pretty positive, man, that everything's gonna go fine. Everything's gonna be cool. And they start bringing in Joe Smith. They brought in Danielle Marshall.
Yeah.
And so we all working out against each other.
Yeah.
So at the time, they building a stadium in Oakland because that's where they were. Mm-hmm. So we're working out in San Jose. Mm-hmm. So that was my first time on the beach, man. That's my first time on the beach.
Yeah.
And so, man, we working out down there, man. And so they bring the whole team in. And so we going through the pre-draft.
Okay.
We're going through the training camp and everything.
Yeah. So I want to just remind y'all the draft class of 1996, number 1, Allen Iverson. You know what I mean? And just to name a few more, you got Marcus Camby, Stephon Marbury, Ray Allen. Kobe was picked out of high school at 13. You had Steve Nash, Jermaine O'Neal, Othello Harrington at 30, Marcus Mann at 40. And that's just to name a few top players. This man coming from Little Carthage, Mississippi, made it from Jones Chapel to the 40th pick to 1996. 40th pick. That draft class could arguably be the best of all time. And this man made 40. That says a lot, man. That says a lot, man. Come on, man. Kobe wasn't even Kobe then. You know what I mean? You met AI when he was AI, but you know what I mean? Before it all hit, man. And that's why I gotta salute you, man, because I don't think people pay our people, from where we from especially, the tributes that they deserve. So I'm gonna give you your flowers, man. And I again appreciate you for coming, because you ain't had to come. And I'm excited because I saw most of it. You know what I mean? I knew the greatness, I knew the strength, I knew the work habit, I knew Grandpa, I knew your mama, I knew your brothers, I know how strong you was. You know what I mean? So it's just awesome, man. So let's go to the draft, and like I said, as far as the decision that you had to make, man, just give me a few seconds of the feeling. You know what I mean? Because I know God chose a path for you, but God also blessed you with these abilities. Right. God also, you know what I mean? It was I ain't gonna say it was easy because you worked hard, but that was how you felt. You know what I mean? You felt at home on the court. It was just so easy for you. That couldn't have been a easy decision, man. And then I want you to talk about the not hate, that's a strong word, but the disrespect. You know what I mean? Go into that part of it,
man. Being drafted, man, of course, that's every child's dream, man. Yeah. So I'm on cloud 9. Yeah. I'm feeling the love, man. The next day, man, I'm getting boxes of shoes, and I'm getting Golden State gear. I'm getting the NBA socks. I'm getting the tie. I'm getting the whole 9.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, man, this really just happened. Kid down the dirt road, this really just happened.
Yeah.
And so, man, I go through all of that, go through the training camp and all of that, man, and I'm faced with the decision now.
Yeah.
And I remember going to my room that day, and man, I fell asleep, and man, I was dreaming, I was falling down this huge hole, man, and people was around it, and man, I'm reaching, trying to grab people, and nobody could help me, and man, here comes a voice that says, nobody can help you but me. And man, I wake up, man, and tears just rolling down my face, and I'm like, dude, what just happened? And me and God started having a conversation, and I was like, what was that? He was like, do you trust me? I was like, I trust you all my life. That's why I'm here. Do you really trust me? And I was like, yeah, I do. And he was like, leave. I was like, whoa, time out. You're moving too fast. I had just signed my contract.
Yeah.
Just got some little minor things going on.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, man, this dude just said leave.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I leaving for?
Yeah.
And he was like, you said you trust me, right? I said, yes. He was like, well, this is not the path that I want you to take. I allowed your dreams come true. But I want you, this is not where I want you. Mm-hmm. And man, I wrestled.
I know you did.
And, you know, I didn't want to call nobody because everybody said, okay, he's homesick. I mean, they would come up with every analogy they can come up with, and not really understanding what was really hitting my heart. And so I go to Dave Twarzik, who was a general manager. I go to Rick Alderman, who was the head coach at that time. And I'm like, I'm done. And they was like, do you realize what you just said? I was like, I gotta go. It's not gonna work. And so, man, on the first night of the first regular season game, they playing the Clippers at home. I'm on the plane headed to Mississippi. Now, here's the thing that's really gonna really knock you off your feet. This year makes 30 years I walked away.
Yep, that's right.
And this was the promise God made me when I walked away. He said, I will always give you a platform to share your story. 30 years later, what we doing? So I know I made the right decision.
You made the right decision.
So 30 years later, I'm still sharing this story, man, and man, the ridicule that I got.
That's what I want to talk about, cause like, and I know you're speaking on it, but I remember it. You know what I mean? Cause there's only to 2026. There's only like 5,000 people that could say I played NBA basketball. Can you? 5,000, that's a small number. That's an elite number of people.
Yeah.
And you said, I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Man, that's an elite level. Like it's just it had to be a hard decision. It had to be.
It was
tough,
hard, man. It was hard, but in my ear, God kept saying, "Trust me."
Yeah.
And I never forget. I was in North Park Mall one day, and just they had a athletics shop in there that sold cars,
Yeah.
baseball, football, basketball. And I was walking past, and this one guy, he was like, "I know that dude."
Yeah.
And then I keep walking. He was like, "Hey, I know you." He said, "What's your name?" I was like, "Marcus, man." He was like, "I told y'all." He's like, "Come here." I go in there, and this man lays out like 5, 6 of my rookie cards.
No, he didn't.
And he was like, "Would you please sign them?"
Wow.
And so I'm signing the cards, man, and he telling everybody.
Yeah.
And so, of course, they was like, "So why you not playing?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, here we go with this whole story, man. So I go through the whole spiel.
Yeah.
Of course, they didn't understand.
Yeah.
But, you know, I had to get to the point where I had to grow up real fast, because that was my decision. And I think I can, if I say it like this, people, hopefully they'll get it. When God called me, it wasn't a conference call. He didn't need nobody else's permission to say he need to stay.
All right.
When God called me, it was a one-on-one that we had, and it was not a conference call. And so I'm at the point where I understand when you operate in your gift, you don't have to sit at the head of the table. The table shifts to you when you operating in your gift.
That's right.
And so I'm in my gift. 30 years later, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and to this day, some people still don't understand. I was in McAllister, and just standing there, a guy said, "You had to play some kind of ball," and I was like, "Yeah, I played." "What did you play?" And I said, "I played basketball." And he said, "Were you in the good?" I said, "Google Marcus Mann," and I walked off.
Yeah.
And so he Googles me, and he says, "So, Golden State Warriors, huh?" I said, "You never know who you're standing next to."
That's right.
And so it's been fun. It's been a blessing. And to this day, 30 years later, some people still don't understand.
Okay. Yeah, that's hard to understand, ain't gonna lie, man. But you know that ain't for them.
They did a documentary on the class of 1996.
Talking about the
The draft class.
Really?
It was on NBA TV.
Man.
And when they aired it, man, they let me have it on Twitter, man.
Really?
Oh man, they gave me the business.
Yeah.
They gave me the business. And so one guy jumped in my inbox, and he was just going off, and he was like, "Man, that couldn't have been me." And I said, "You know what? You're right. It couldn't have been you."
That's right.
And I said, "That's why God called me."
That's right. Now, let's talk about when you did think about coming back. How was that decision? You know what I mean? Because it had to be hard, because you had to be battling within yourself. Cause like I said, like to be that good, that's a God's gift. God gave that to you. You know what I mean? I know you had to question a little bit, even though you don't supposed to question God. You know what I mean? But like when you did think about coming back and you went to Wisconsin, is it?
La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Across Wisconsin. How long was that after you left Golden State? And tell me that decision and how that went.
That was after I left Golden State. That was it wasn't even a year yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, you were still fresh in there.
And so I went back, but I hadn't played though.
Yeah.
After I left Golden State, I didn't pick up a ball. And so when I decided, I was like, I'm gonna go back and do this. I think I still do it.
Yeah.
So I go back to La Crosse, Wisconsin, La Crosse Bobcats rather.
There it is.
And so they in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and I go through the training camp and everything, and Coach was like, Coach Z, he was like, you still got it, dog. You still got it, man. He said, we just got to work on it.
Yeah.
And so I went through the whole deal, man, and first couple games in the season, I'm on a breakaway, fast break. Dude went under me, man. And when I came down on my knee and shattered my patella. And when I went down, I hear the voice, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? My knee immediately swells. And so I'm going through the surgeries, I'm going through the rehab. My knee would never heal. And finally, I said, let me just come home to do the therapy and what have you. Come home. Bro, I have had 5 surgeries on this knee. And every time I had a surgery, I'm thinking, you shouldn't have been out there anyway. And they sent me to Tulane, where Herschel Walker had the hip replacement.
Okay.
And they was like, dude, the guy was like, nothing you can do. It's done. Yeah. And so I realized then, you know, I should have stayed true to what I was doing in the first place. Yeah. But, you know, I guess that was just the athlete inside of me and say, let's see if you still got it.
Yeah. I don't blame you. It had to be hard to walk away. Because when you think about Golden State, man, and what you was walking into, I just think about Latrell Sprewell. You got Chris Mullins, Joe Smith, Tim Hardaway. You know, I think they were called the first Splash Brothers. Like, it was really a big thing, you know what I mean? And you did miss Latrell having to choke the coach too, you know what I mean? So, you know, in the path that you walk and God leads you, you know what I mean? It's the best thing for you, man. And it's no matter, you don't know what would have happened if you'd have stayed to Golden State, you know what I mean?
I don't even want to think about it.
There it is. And then you get people like, we normal, we living good. I think I'm doing okay, you know what I mean? I'm sure you are. You got people that get all these hundreds of millions of dollars, they end up broke. It take millions to live that way, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's just good to still be able to, you know what I mean, afford what you can. You know what I mean? I'm okay. You know what I mean? And just like you, I know you're doing okay yourself. But a lot of people that probably in the league, I ain't going to say his name. I just said it. But, like, they broke. You know what I mean? Doing real bad because that's all they had was basketball. You know what I mean?
Guys punting a championship ring.
Yeah,
trying
man.
to survive.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Just hearing that protected you from something. Lord only knows what it was, man. That's how I feel. You know, and I really wanted to touch on that because I didn't even understand it. Because I was like, anybody can, because, like, when you make it to that level, you are an example. Like, people are like, they put you there then, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you give people hope. Oh, we can make it from this dirt road. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's one of the main things I wanted to touch on, man. You know, through here. Now, when did you become a pastor, and what's the name of your church?
I started preaching in 97.
97.
So I'm coming up on 29 years preaching.
Yeah, so all of this, really, what we just talked about the next few minutes, this was like a year apart, a year and a half.
I left the NBA in 96, started preaching in 97, married in 98.
Okay.
And, man, 29 years preaching. I'm now at First Baptist Church in Carthage, going on my, what is this, my 13th year? Yeah. In Carthage. Never thought I'd pastor back home.
That's all right there, man. Shouts out to First Baptist, man. Shouts out to First Baptist, man. For real. So, like, with that decision, honestly, are there any regrets?
Man, there's no regrets at all.
Right.
Man, I'm at a point in my life. I'm 52 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm where I'm supposed to be. And the crazy thing is, God has blessed me to start M3 Ministry, which is my own personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I'm mentoring like 25 guys from high school to college. This past weekend, I had the opportunity to go up to watch Mississippi State and Arkansas play, and there are a couple guys on the Arkansas basketball team that I mentor, and it's I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I have no regrets at all.
That's all right, man. Now, I always ask this to my athletes. I know you probably still watch a little basketball. Who is your GOAT? It doesn't have to be a certain position. It don't have to be the top names, because you've played with a lot of great players, and then you've seen, you know what that is. Because we know there's a Michael Jordan that's still in the hood, balling every day. You know, they just didn't make it.
Yeah.
So who do you consider the GOAT?
My favorite player growing up, man, played for the Los Angeles Lakers, and that was James Worthy.
James, well, that's bad.
I love that dude, man. I love to watch him play. He don't get the recognition I think he deserves.
Because he was too close to Magic.
Yeah,
Magic took the whole.
Man, James Worthy, man, that take you inside, take you outside. I mean, he didn't have the height everybody else had, but man, he'll post you up, and man, he moves so quick. That's where I learned a lot of my footwork from him and Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh man, Hakeem.
I stole his spin move. That's where it came from.
Dog, Hakeem, that's another guy, man. You can put orchestra to his movement. It was just so beautiful, man. The spin moves, it was, man.
You look at today, man, you know, everybody see Kobe. Everybody see Steph. I mean, you know, you see those guys, and I'm not knocking them,
Of course,
because they phenomenal athletes in their very own right. But to look back on those guys that came before them, your Kareem, your Wilt Chamberlain, a lot of these young cats never heard of those names. So it's going to always be LeBron or Steph for them.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But, man, when they start talking about the GOAT, man, I start going all the way back, man.
Yeah.
Alex English, the guy like, who? What is that? Who is that?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at those guys, man, and man, that's when the NBA was. It was tough.
Yeah.
You didn't go back to the camera and rewind and see if it was flagrant.
That's right. Yeah. Hey.
You had to be man enough to play.
But see, that's a great point that you brought up, because the style, you really can't compare generation to generation, because, you know, Kobe saw a lot of the physical. It's like he was catching the tail end of the physical.
Yeah.
But LeBron didn't touch no physical. So Kobe's man. That's my GOAT.
Most
you know what I'm
respect.
saying? And he worked hard. You know what I mean? He had to work for his. Jordan, it seemed a little easier. But I've seen Jordan get grabbed by the face. You know what I mean? 3-4 people take him to the ground. So you cannot compare. They can't even hand check. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you really can't, man. And I think like LeBron, he just running his numbers up. I can't hate him. You know what I mean? He gonna forever go down as one of the best or the best because of the numbers. And I think Tom Brady also, like, he stayed long because he could. You can't hit him.
Yeah.
They changed the league for him. You can't hit the quarterback. So he stayed in several years. He wasn't even supposed to be there, just running his numbers up.
Yeah.
And people aren't going to take that into consideration.
They just
They're
see
not
the
going to
numbers.
remember. Yeah.
Just see the numbers.
Definitely. So you went athlete, pastor, author. Talk to me about the fatherless, you know, what is the fatherless but chosen, my
Girl
journey as a girl dad. Yeah. Like, tell me about that, man.
That the hashtag girl dad actually came from when Kobe was
Definitely,
killed.
yeah.
And him being a girl dad, and I went through a divorce, and my daughter stayed with me, so I'm raising a girl.
Yeah.
And so, man, having to do that and not having the history and the know-how, it was like, you know, that was a journey God trusted me with, because I grew up without my dad.
Yeah.
And so when I wrote this book, it was kind of me doing a parallel of, okay, I didn't have my dad, but God trusted me to be a dad.
Yeah.
And so my daughter and I, we have a phenomenal relationship.
Awesome.
She'll be 25 tomorrow. on February the 10th. So happy birthday, baby girl.
Happy birthday.
And she we talk every day. And,
That's awesome.
And she has that mentality that dad can move mountains.
That's right.
If anybody can do it, dad can do it.
That's right. Passionate be.
And so in writing that book, I just gave our journey. And the twist of the book is before the last chapter, she wrote a chapter on from her perspective of being raised by her dad.
Oh man, that's dope, man. That's dope. Where can they find the book?
You can actually find it on Amazon, and actually both books are on Amazon. My first book is He Chose Me, From Player to Pulpit, my journey of leaving the NBA, and this more detailed. But both books are on Amazon, and you feel free to go out and support and just learn the lesson that I learned. In my journey in life. You brought up your mom a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I was a Miss Crosby baby.
I know it.
I was a Miss Crosby baby. And her whole talk to me when I would do recess in her office in her class. And her whole talk to me was, man, get tough on the court. When she signed my senior book, she signed it, stay tough on the court. So, man, a big shout out, and she would forever hold a place in my heart, to your mom, Miss Robbie Crosby. I actually came home. I don't know if you remember. I came home with her several times when we had home games.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, I ain't cooking you nothing. But man, she poured into me. A lot of things values that I have now, and one of the biggest things she poured into me and on me was always keep your value, and never put yourself on sale. Don't get on the clearance rack.
That's right.
Hold yourself at top value. And if they want to deal with you, make them pay the price.
That's right. And
so that was a Robbie Crosby original right there. So man, my heart and my love will always be
for sure
with Miss Robbie Crosby, your mom, man.
There you go. There you have it. ASAP Bar Talk, Mr. Marcus, man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.
Yeah, I got